All right, what's up, everybody? Another episode of Live Talk with Jesse Meester. I'm here with a good friend of mine, NDO Champ. You
What
might
up?
have
What
seen
up?
him. He went viral a couple times already. I've seen you last, I think last year summer, right?
Yeah, last year summer we did a great boxing or skit videos. It
Yeah,
was great, man.
I love it, man. After that, I've been following your videos, been watching your inspirational, motivational videos that you
Yeah,
shared on IGTV, and I've been touched by it, and
thank you, bro.
like to the point where I sometimes became emotional. And to be
Yeah,
very clear, my everybody that's listening right now knows I've been in a spec ops 2 years, went through a really rough time, hit rock bottom. It kind of like helped me to become a better version of myself.
yeah, yeah,
You had that point too, and um, I'm extremely inspired by you, and I got great respect for you. And I'm like, I want you to share that with us because
yeah,
you call yourself NDO Champ.
yeah.
Where does that come from?
Oh, NDO Champ. NDO Champ came from the youth.
Hmm.
You know what I mean. For being, when I came home for prison, I decided to start a boxing class called No Pain, No Gain. Before it was no days off, it was no pain, no gain. So I started a boxing class for kids that was getting bullied in school, getting their face mushed into the locker, getting their face beat up in the bathroom. Kids was getting knocked out at the pen station, getting the beats taken away from them, getting a cell phone taken away, couldn't defend themselves. So I was, I was working at the gym at that time when I came home, cleaned up the bathroom, when somebody used the bathroom, I cleaned up the bathroom, put the weights back, cleaned up the weights, cleaned up the gym, the treadmills. So I had a little job at the gym making at least 10 hours an hour when I came home, humbled myself, so on my break, I went in the cardio room, they had a heavy bag. So I'm hitting the heavy bag, and a kid walked up to me and said, "Oh, can you teach me a couple of the moves?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got you, man." So I'm teaching a couple of combinations. How to hit the bag, how to hit the pad during my break. And he like, "Yo, thank you, man. How much I owe you?" I'm like, "You ain't owe me nothing, man." He like, "No, no, no. Keep this $20, man. Thank you,
Yeah.
man. You don't know what this means to me, man. For me to just learn how to hate something, I've been robbed. I've been beat up every day in school." I'm like, "Wow." So at that time, he went the next day, he told all his friends. He's like, "Yo, this is this guy that work at this gym. He's big, he's jacked.
Yeah.
He taught me a couple of moves." So the next day on my break, it's like 20 of them. So they're all in the room waiting for me. You know what I'm saying? So they all give me $20. Started. So from there, started the class. And the owner of the gym, she's saying this. She's like, "Nah, you can't do that at my gym." Have you ever trained a boxing class before? Even though I never did, but I'm like, yes, because the kids needed me. So she said, "Okay, all these kids, we have to train them for free." As long as it's a member, I would just pay you $25 for an hour. I'm like, damn, I was making like $20 a kid. Now, but it wasn't, so I'm like,
Yeah.
damn. They're like, yo, because, when people are learning how to box, it's different. They use power instead of techniques and
Hmm.
speed and stamina. So it's like too much anger in them, too much, things that been holding. So they're like, you know what I'm saying? So they're punching you. So it was just that passion, like, yo, it's not about the money. These kids need me. That's when they start calling me, "Hey, you our champion, man. You our champ. You our
Yeah. Yeah.
champ,
Yeah.
man." So at that time, we changed the class name to No Days Off. So it was like every day now. So it become every day. So one day, one class turned to two class, three class. Then every day we training every day. So we call
Wow.
the class No Days Off. So now they went from the abbreviation of No Days Off, like NDO, to Champ. So they just combined both, like, "Yo, NDO Champ." I'm like, that ain't my name. Said, "No, No Days Off, NDO.
I
And you our
love it.
champ."
Yeah.
That's what the name came about, man. The kids, the youth, they give me that name, man. So I just ran with it. It's been almost 10 years now.
And this was before, like, were you still like in that dark place? A lot of people listening right now don't know, but you have been in a very dark place in your life where um, I got arrested at some point. You did time for that, and
Yeah.
that was your dark place, like, because that was
That was
before
coming.
that.
Yeah, that
Or,
was coming up. Yeah, coming after that dark place.
mm-hmm. Got
Hold
you.
on.
Yeah.
Let me delete this call. Hello? All right.
Yeah.
Can you hear
There
me?
you are. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was coming after that dark
Mhm.
place where, you know what I'm saying, young, you know what I mean, came from Africa. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of people who don't know me, you know what I'm saying, I was raised and born in Liberia. So in Liberia, we had a 14-year civil war. So the war, I was born 1984. The war started 1990. You understand what I'm saying? So 1990, I experienced the war. You know what I'm saying? My schools were burned down. My house was burned down. You know what I'm saying? The recreation center was burned down. The clinic was burned down. So we was just running from place to place, trying to survive in the bushes. You know what I'm saying? All my friends I grew up with, a lot of them was killed by guns. A lot of them were killed by hunger, no food. You know what I'm saying? So every day was a war. We had to survive. So, you know what I mean? Blessing to my grandfather, he was in the U.S. already. So in 2000, you know what I mean, he sent for me and my mother. You know what I'm saying? So we left from Liberia, left the war, and we came to Brooklyn. But when we settled in Brooklyn, Brooklyn is like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, my imagination of the America
Yeah.
was not Brooklyn. It was like, okay, I'm coming from this war zone. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming from this poverty. You know what I'm saying? Looking for food at the age of 9 years old. You know what I mean? Protecting my family, providing for my family as a child. You know what I'm saying? At the age of 16 now, experience this war. Now, everybody in my corner, in my neighborhood in Africa, when I was coming to the U.S., they were depending on me. Like, yo, look around us. Look around here. We don't have no water. You know what I'm saying? We don't have no houses, no clinic, no recreation center. You know what I'm saying? No hospital. We depending on you. You the chosen one to go to the U.S. You know what I mean? At the age of 16 years, I had too many burning on my head coming with my 2 brothers, 2 sisters, and
Yeah.
a single mother, father left behind. You know what I mean? Coming to a new country, new war zone. So when we settled in Brooklyn, it was like Brownsville, East 98. And right across the street was a corner store, liquor store, crackhead, drugs dealer, prostitution going on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm right back in the war zone. I'm looking at myself like, I just came from this.
Yeah.
This is not what I expected. You know what I'm saying? So we came in. It was like a little 1-bedroom. My grandfather gave us, me, my mother and sister. So we had to, you know what I mean? Me and my mom and my brothers had to sleep on the floor. My little sister and the twins had to sleep on the twin side bed. It's a little box. So there, right there, then not knowing the dress code is a Crip and blood. I don't know none of that. I'm wearing whatever the people bring to church. They bring garbage bag full with clothes. Yo, thank you for coming. You know what I mean? Oh, we hear your grandkids came to America. They go to bag of clothes right here. Check in the bag. You got to try to fit where fit you. You know what I'm saying? Either it's a red shirt or the blue pants or the size 9 sneakers. Even you wear 10, you got to squeeze your foot in a size 9. So now going to school, kids look at you laughing. Like, yo, what is this? We wore this 1998. We wore this 1996. This 2000. You wearing the old stuff. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like that anger boiling in you. Like, you know what I'm saying? You want to do something, but at the same time, you know where you came from, the promises you made to these people. But you got to adapt. It's like you're a kid. You're 16 years old. You're in the neighborhood. You're not going to allow people to keep picking on you doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because of your accent, because of the way you talk, the way you speak. You know what I mean? Like, you African, blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So it created a lot of fights for me. So I would be on the bus and somebody just come and start fighting because of the clothes I got on.
Yeah.
I don't even know. You understand what I'm saying? So that make me like angry to the point that I got 2 brothers, 2 sisters. I don't want to see them go through that. So it drives me to the streets. When it drives me to the streets, I start moving the streets, start making money in the streets, start providing for my brothers and sisters. But that was the wrong way of me going about it. You understand what I'm saying? So the same friends I was rolling with, when the feds came, they point a finger at me. Like, yo, he did it. There was his idea. There was his stuff. There was this. So that's why I went to prison for it for 3 years. While sitting in the cell, that dark place, I had to think to myself, like, yo, who am I?
And this was Rikers Island, right? Like,
No.
what
There
no?
was, Rocket Island is a county. We talking about federal
We're
prison.
talking about federal prison.
Yeah, we talking about federal prison. We ain't talking about state.
No.
You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
talking about straight to the feds. You know what I'm saying? So I went to Passaic County. That's why I went to. Now I went to MDC Brooklyn, in Brooklyn jail. Then from Brooklyn, I went to Fort Dix prison. You know what I mean? That's where I finished my time at, in Fort Dix. You know, and did the rest of my time in immigration lockdown. You know what I mean? In ICE. So fight ICE for 6 months, spend like $30,000 out on a lawyer. You know what I mean? Just to be home. You know what I mean? So all of that. So now I'm thinking to myself, like, this is not my life. You know what I mean? This is not what I chose. I got people back home that I let down. I got people in Africa that was dependent on me. I got people from my neighborhood who would never make it to the U.S., would never even dream about coming over here. You understand what I'm saying? So I had to make a decision, either if I was going to have the opportunity to come home, either to make it right, no matter what it takes. So I asked God, got my knee, I asked God, I said, God, if you could give me one more chance to make it home to my kids. At that time, I had 3 boys. You know what I'm saying? My other son was born while I was in jail. You understand what I'm saying? Imagine the officer calling you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That heart. I wasn't even there for his birthday. I wasn't there when he came on earth. I was in the cell, locked down 23 hours a day. No commissary, no visit. You know what I'm saying?
We're not allowed to have any visits.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't allowed to have any visit at that time. We was on lockdown at that time. So,
yeah,
you know, I had to get a letter. I received a letter 3 months later that my son was born June 8th, 2008. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wasn't even there for when he came out. I wasn't there for his baby shower. I wasn't there when he came out. I wasn't in the hospital to hold him. I wasn't there for his first words. I wasn't even there when he started teething. I wasn't there when he was crawling, when he started to walk. Missed his birthday, Christmas Day, holidays, Valentine's days, school days, daycare day, to pick him up, take him to the park, put him on the swing. I had to make that decision and say, you know what? I would never, ever go back. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel this right here. And like, you know, and I think anybody listening right now resonates with this. Like the pain that I think there is not much that's like similar to the pain that you experienced that back then. How, so at that moment, like you said, you went down on your knees, you asked God for one more chance.
Yes.
This was like
Yes.
2 years in, 1 year in, like, because you had 3 years, right?
Yeah, 3 years and a half. So, you know what I mean? I had to go on my knees and ask God.
Yeah.
I said, God, you know what I'm saying? Ask God, said, you know what I'm saying? I've been driving. I want to be the passenger. I want you to take control of my life, of my destiny. I want you to show me my passion. I want you to show me, you know what I'm saying, my mission, why I'm on earth. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part of God was showing my mission the whole time when I went in there. So when I went in there, everybody that was doing 30 years, people that was doing 25 years, people that were doing 10 years, they was coming to me. Like, yo, bro, man, I like your physique, man. Can you train me? How long you been training? I'm like, bro, I just got here. But that was the gift. That was the sign. So I started a workout program while I was in there. You know what I'm saying? Doing a push-up contest. I was doing pull-ups contest. We was doing burpees contest. You know what I'm saying? It was everyday thing for 3 years. Everyday thing. So every time somebody come to me, you know what I mean, they're depressed, they're sad, they come to me and, you know what I mean, they don't have money. We ain't have money then, so we get food. So we got like soup, oodles and noodles and stuff like that. Like, can you train me for this? I'll give you like 10 noodles. You know what I'm saying? And that passion of helping other people and pouring a smile on their face while they're going through tough time. You know what I'm saying? I felt that was my passion. Like, yo, you know what I mean? To come out here and motivate the youth not to go through what their father going through. You know what I'm saying? Not to go through that. It's another way out. Everything that glitters is not gold. Like, you know what I'm saying? We've been through it, so you ain't got to go through it. If I'm going to tell you how prison feel, go in the closet, turn the lights off, and lock yourself in the closet for 24 hours.
So how did you deal, because like 23 hours a day, like just to imagine, you know, for like already I feel the pain, right? 23 hours locked up. How, because you're talking about physical health and how you like, you know, set up workout programs, you, that was kind of like your everyday thing. But how are you working on your mental health during that time? Like,
You know, it
how
was
did your
tough.
day look like?
It was tough. It was tough. You know what I mean? When you in that situation, you cannot worry about what's going on outside. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, you got to keep yourself occupied. You got to have a daily routine, and you got to stick to it. The moment you're not sticking to that, you're going to reflect outside. You know what I'm saying? And you got to understand that you can't control what's going on outside. You know what I'm saying? Because when you start living outside, then you start mentally driving yourself crazy.
Hmm.
I got friends that was going in there hanging themselves, cutting their wrists, cutting themselves. They wanted to die because when they call home, they hear something that they don't want to hear. You understand what I'm saying? Either the mother getting beat
Yeah.
by somebody, their sister getting beat by somebody, their girlfriend cheating on them, the wife cheating on them, their kids, somebody else racing their kids calling somebody else father. You know what I'm saying? So all that mess with their head mentally.
Hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So the goal was to keep busy. You understand what I'm saying? The goal was to keep busy and understand that you have a
How do you
release date.
keep busy 23 hours a day in a
So
small
yeah,
cell?
so it
Like,
was crazy because
yeah.
this how I skip my schedule, right? So we get breakfast at 3:45 in the morning. So 3:45 we get breakfast in the morning. So what? Yeah. So 3:45 breakfast come. So when breakfast come 3:45, I would not touch my breakfast. So I would try to do at least 500 push-ups before I eat my breakfast. So I would set my
Yeah.
time and do like 30 push-up, 35, 30 push-up, 30 push-up, 40 push-up. That's 100. So it probably gonna take me to like 3:45. It probably take me to like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, because I have to do push-up, I have to do dips, then I have to do sit-ups. So now, when I'm done, I would eat half of my breakfast. Then I would take a nap. So I take a nap, and then before lunch come, when they bring lunch at 11:30 in the morning. So
Yeah.
11:30, so I'm trying to get up. So when I get up, I would use the half of the breakfast and eat it and save the lunch and try to complete another set of push-ups and dips and pull-ups. So the bunk, the bed is like this, it's like two bed. So under the bunk, you can grip the bunk under your hand, but you can't stand
There's
up and
two
do
people in
pull-ups.
one cell.
Yeah, yeah. So it's two people in one cell. So you could use, you know what I'm saying? We would use the top bunk near my bunkie, you know what I mean? The guy would call it a bunkie. And we would use the pull-ups and get the towel and wrap it around our hands because we ain't have no gloves. And we would pull ourselves up, but you got to curve your body in.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because it's not a bar.
of
So we'll
course.
curve our body and keep your legs straight so you can touch the wall and come up top to your chin. So we try to do like 10 sets of those, you know what I mean? Then do a push-up. Then we use the toilet and do the dips in the toilet and use the milk as a protein. Because the milk that was given to had 8 grams of protein. And a lot of people in jail, they didn't like milk. So I would collect all the milk. I'm like, yo, give me your milk, give me your milk, give me your milk. And you know what I'm saying? And somebody would be at the other cell. So they had to take a rope. They had to take the blank, the sheets, rip the sheet, tie it around the milk, and swing it. So it could go through and curve in
Yeah,
and
yeah.
curve into my cell. Or sometimes we ask the officer, like, your officer, can you pass the milk? You know what I mean? If nobody being disrespectful on the tier, you know what I mean? So sometimes
Mhm.
people get disrespectful to the officer, so they ain't want to do nothing. But if the officer is cool with you, be like, your officer, can you go to cell 305? He got a milk for me, you know what I mean? And it would do
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? So we keep our protein up and stuff like that. But yeah, so we do that for lunch. Then dinner come. You get dinner like about 4 or 5, 4:15 to bring the dinner. That's it. After 4 or 5, no more food. So I try to work out and save my 4 or 5 meals and work out to 8 o'clock. Then I eat that and eat from 8 to like 8:45. Then read the Bible, read some books, and I'll fall asleep. So that was my routine every day. You know
Every
what I mean?
day. Yeah. So because that was what I was thinking of. Like, you have this routine, and all I hear is working out. I'm like, you still have like so many hours left, right? Like, is that the time where you meditate, pray,
Yeah, you meditate,
read,
pray, you read. Yeah,
and
you get a little
yeah,
time in between you read. Sometimes you talk to your bunkie. You know what I mean? You talk to people next door that going through it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You just mob, man. You just sometimes you don't even know what time it is. You know, and other people will.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Some people will go through some tough time and they just need somebody to talk to. And some other people with some other people be going through some
Mm-hmm.
tough time where they need somebody to talk to.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And some people will just be banging their head on the wall, like crying at night. Like, yo, I miss my kid. I
mm-hmm.
can't do this no more. I can't do this no more. Banging their head, you know what I mean? And officer will come shut the tears down and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So
So that there was like mental support, like from cellmates that you know, were like, hey, you know, like, we're going to get through this together. Like, I'm here for you. Or was
yeah.
there? Yep.
So what I would do, I would try to set up a time where we could do
Mm-hmm.
push up with everybody, like I'm doing on live right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I know it's help. You know what I mean? Like 9 o'clock to not 10 o'clock to
Yeah.
11 o'clock. So I would tell everybody in the tier, like, yo, 10 to 11, we're doing push up until an hour before breakfast, before lunch, lunch come. Because lunch come at 11:05. So we started push up so at least they could burn what they have in them and have food. That food could go directly to the body to create muscle. So I'll be like, yo, everybody in the tent, listen, all right, 10 o'clock, we're going down, all right? So cell 105, you're going to count 30. So 205, you're going to count 30, and you're going to count 40, and you're going to count 30. So every time, like, yo, we're going to take like about 10-second break. You know what I mean? So in between every push-up, like 10-second break. So, and we would yell like, yo, you ready? 1, 2, everybody down. Boom, boom, boom. All right, that's 30. 1, 2, 10 seconds, let's go back down. So have the whole tear game involved.
Incredible. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just for that mindset to just get off what it's going through. Because the moment you think about, because a lot of people, you know what I mean, with the feds, you're not doing years, you're doing months.
Yeah.
Some people got 368 months. Some people got, you know what I mean? Some people got 230 months. Some people got 55 months. Some people got 120 months.
Yeah.
So that's 10 years. That's 20 years. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the moment they start thinking about outside, they start flipping. You know what I mean? And you got to keep your guards up because somebody could go through some hard time and just come to you and punch you right in the face. You know what I mean? Just for them to feel better. You know what I mean? To make themselves feel better. They don't care.
And I think the toughest moment for you was when you had to read in like a letter that your son was born, right? Like that was your
Yeah.
like toughest moment in prison.
Yeah, man. It was one of the tough moments because I wasn't there. I couldn't be there for him. That's something I have to explain to him.
Yeah.
That's something that he have to live with, you know. But like, where you was at?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why you wasn't there, you know? That was one of the toughest moments. And when that happens, I was training when that happened, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wow. And just to come home and try to make it right, you know? Try to make it right to them, be like, yo, I don't care if I have to work $10, $5 an hour. I would do that. I'd rather do that than to be away, shackle up, you know what I mean, hand shackle of the chains and legs and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So when I came home, that's when I found the job, you know what I mean? It was hard. Try to find a job, even McDonald's, KFC, Popeyes, all these people wasn't even hiring. Like, have you ever been a victim of felony before? Like, yeah, nah. You know what I mean? So what I did was I started going to the park, start training people for like $5 an hour, $10 an hour, you know what I mean? Have a workout DVD, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. We used to train. Like, hey, let me see this one right here. So I had this in the truck in the back of my car. Yeah. So
No
that's
days
the
off.
workout. Yeah, no days of workout DVD. So on this DVD, I got every workout on the DVD, like back workout, chest workout, shoulders, you know what I mean? Calisthenic workout, pull-up workout. It's like a whole, so I would sell it to the park for like $2. You know what I mean? See the back, got the cardio section with all the students That's a student for 2000. This is 2011 and 12
Wow.
workout DVD right here.
Incredible, man. Yeah.
2000, 2012 workout DVD. You know what I mean?
So from those like jobs of like $5 an hour, you were like, my passion, my mission is really, I need to help train people and also educate them, like inspire, right? Like
It's
there
fun.
was
Yeah.
a moment when you got out there, it wasn't working out with regular jobs. You went into a gym and you started having clients.
Yeah. So
And
now
you,
one of my clients,
hmm
we was at the park, you know what I mean? And we was training
hmm
and it was raining. It was raining. And he like, oh, I have a gym. Let's go to my gym. I'm like, all right. So when we got to his gym, he had a nice gym, beautiful gym. So I talked to the owner. I said, you know what? I need a job, man. You know what I mean? I clean up the gym, do this, you know. And they're like, oh, we're not hiring. You know what I mean? We just hired somebody for that. But I say, you know what? I just come back and just help out. You feel me? And I do it for free. So, cause clients at that time, even training people $5 per hour. Some people after you training for an hour, it ain't like you training them. You doing every exercise with them. So we run around the park with like 3 miles. Then from there we do pull up, we do push up, we do dips, we do sit ups. You know what I'm saying? We jump rope, we do boxing, and at the end of the day, in that hour, you like, yo, you got the $5. Like, oh, you know what? Man, listen, can I give it to you next week, man? It's tight right now. Like, what, bro? I've been here all day, man.
I'm laughing, but it's terrible, you know. Like
Yeah, I've been here all
you have
day.
to take
You ain't
care of your
got,
family. Yeah.
yeah, like imagine coming home with no bags, with no milk, you know what I mean? Not oodles and noodles.
Wow.
Like, come on, I'm depending on this $5 to get some, you know what I mean? At least get a burger, bring a burger home or something, you know what I mean? Or bread,
hmm
get some bread with sugar water or something, you know? But when my boy took me to this gym, the lady told me, she said, yo, you know what? You could come back. You know what I mean? I could start you off with 1 day. 1 day is a week.
Yeah.
So I'll come every day. And the guy that they hired, you know what I mean, he wasn't into the job. You know what I mean? He was calling out and I would be right there. So after that, it's just making my full-time job now. I was working 5 days a week, working 9, 10 hours, making at least 10 hours an hour, you know what I mean? And it was helping out, cleaning up the gym. Then from there, like I told you, I started the boxing classes, start training boxing classes. I was doing 5 classes a week. You know what I mean? That's $25 a class. That was an extra money to what I was making and stuff
Mhm.
like that. Then before I got into bodybuilding, you know what I mean? I met an older guy, you know what I'm saying? I met an older guy and he saw me, like, yo, it was on a Thursday. He said, hey, yo, bro, you got a nice physique, man. Have you
Yeah.
ever competed? Have you ever competed before? I'm like, what? What the hell is that? Like, yo, nah, like bodybuilding show and stuff
Mhm.
like that. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, we don't do bodybuilding shows, man. We do pull-ups and push-ups and stuff like that. We don't do no body. We don't go on stage and wear
Yeah.
no tights and do no bodybuilding. Because you gotta understand, coming from the hood, coming from that neighborhood, coming from that lifestyle, being tough, being hard, being in the streets,
Mhm.
it's like a whole transition. You know what I mean? You transition from fitness. Like this somebody who used to wake up every day and smoke a blunt, drink alcohol, roll dice with the fellas in the projects, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Running around, you know what I'm saying? Don't know if you're gonna get killed today, don't know you're gonna go to jail today. It was just living your life every day, you know what I mean? Living that life, that's that street life. It's no 9 to 5. It's no call. It's no promise that you're coming home. Now I can go to work and say, yo, I could tell my kids when I be home at 5:30. They know I'm
Yeah.
coming home. But if you're in the streets, ain't no code to tell somebody coming home. You know what I mean? Streets is not a guarantee that you're going to come home. So now you got to worry about police. You got to worry about the feds. You got to worry about
Mhm.
women that come around because of what you have. You know what I'm saying? Also have people that they're with try to set you up. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Somebody go look at
Yeah.
that girl and tell the girlfriend, like, yo, go talk to him and find out where he live, find out where he keep his money, find out his next move, find out his stash, and just give her the heads up. And they coming. That's the life. And when you coming home, you can't just come home straight. You gotta exit out, come to another exit, jump back on the highway, move around, park your car 3 blocks away from your house, then jump in an Uber or jump in a cab before you get to your house. You know what I'm saying? That's the life, you know, because you never know who's following you.
and you came out of prison, and you totally, like, you completely left that, like, scene, the streets. You were like, I'm not going back there. I'm gonna, like, not even, like, reach out to, like, old friends, nothing. Like,
Yeah.
you, yeah.
So when I came out, you know what I
Mhm.
mean, came out. So everybody, all my old friends reached out. It was happy to see me. You know what I'm saying? They took me out.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, I'm looking, they're blowing up money. Oh, we back, you back, you back, you back. And I thought about it. I'm like, bro, ain't one of you guys wrote me when I was in there.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't none of you guys went to my kid's mother house during their birthday, my son's birthday, and be like, yo, that go to $100 right here, that go to sneakers right here, you know what I'm saying, for NDO Champ's son, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
he's behind prison. So now I'm coming home. I'm home now, and you showing me all these things that you have. So I told her, I said, you know what? Like, yo, come back to the street. I said, you know what? I got an idea. I found another passion. I found another life,
Mm-hmm.
which is fitness. Whatever money y'all want to do, just give it to me. Let me open a gym. You know what I mean? Oh, nah, that gym shit ain't gonna work, man. That stuff don't work, man. Ain't nobody want to go to the gym, man. Look at this life, man. Look at this car. We got Porsches, we got Beamer, we got Ferrari, we got everything, man. We living that life, man. Come on, you just came home. You know what I mean? Jaws, let's take a ride, man. You know how
Yeah.
we do.
That's how they lure, like, young people in too. Probably, yeah, you back then too. Yeah, in vulnerable
Yeah,
positions.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm looking at it and
yeah.
saying, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather take the hard way this time
Mm-hmm.
because I made too many sacrifices. You know what I'm saying? It's too much. It's too much to lose. You could be like the one thing I learned about the street. You could be on top for 6 months. You could be on top, untouchable, for a year or 6 months. Cars, drugs, women, everything. But it only take one day for everything to end. It only take one person to just point the finger at you, and you gone for the rest of your life, or you gone for 10 years, or you gone for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
And everything that you work for in that year, you're gonna spend it on lawyer. And in 6 months, everything gonna be gone. And everybody you think that love you,
They take it all. Yeah.
everybody gonna fall back. You on your
Mhm.
own. You on your own. So me being in that situation and knowing what I
Mhm.
came from, I told her, I said, you know what, I respect you guys, but you're good. Changed my phone number, and that's why I start training people at the park for $5 an hour and going through that hard shit, going through that steps, following that.
All right. Okay, guys. Sorry, we just got disconnected. Yeah, just finish your sentence, bro. Like, mhm.
No, I was saying like, you know what I'm saying, you being in the streets and you spending $3,000-$4,000 in the club. You tipping a security guard a security guard at the club $150 just for you to take your gun in the club. Then now you transition to fitness, to a work.
Mhm.
Then your first paycheck, you look at your first paycheck. I'm looking at my first paycheck. I'm in silent. Wow. You know, I never had a paycheck. I'm looking at my first paycheck, man. I
Yeah.
look $190. $190 for 2 weeks. And I'm looking at $190. I used to give that as a tip. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now it's a whole new lifestyle. It's a whole new thing. Like it's the process now. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta adapt. Like how this stuff is going on. We got to lock in for content. You gotta adapt to this.
And was your back then? Was your wife able to support you emotionally and financially through that time?
No, at that time, I wasn't married at that time.
You were
At
just
that time,
together. Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
at that time, I was with my other baby mother.
Ah, okay.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, so she didn't understand the change. She didn't understand the change. She wanted that old
Ah, no.
version.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The flashing light, the flashing car, the free. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the light. Like the new lifestyle was hard. It was hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't patient, never see the vision. Like, and like I always tell people, everybody not gonna see your vision. Everybody not gonna see what you're pushing for. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to make certain sacrifice for people to leave and walk away. Like I'm
Mhm.
gonna let you walk away. I'm gonna let you leave because you're not ready for this lifestyle. You're not ready for this. This lifestyle come with patience. It come with dedication. It come with pain, sweat,
Mhm.
consistency. You know what I'm saying? This is not You know what I'm saying? It takes years and years to be successful in this lifestyle. It's not overnight. It's not a, you know what I'm saying? This is not,
Yeah, I can still hear you.
yeah. This is not a drug dealer. You just go make a move and come home. You live a nice life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got to invest in yourself. You got to, you know what I'm saying? I did almost 15 shows before I turned pro. It took me, my first competition was 2012. I turned pro in 2019. So I invested from 2012 to 2019 out of my pocket. My first paycheck in the fitness was 2019, February 3rd. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy. Yeah. And
That's
you
almost
just
10.
had that patience, you know, like to sit that out, to change that lifestyle where you're used to quick cash, quick satisfaction,
Yeah.
and no support from, you know, your ex. Um, you know, just to imagine, and anybody that's listening right now, the amount of pain and you know, growing stronger for that, from that consciously choosing to change your life for the better. Like, I have the utmost respect for that, because that is just like all odds against you, right? And
Yeah.
you choose consciously to like get away from that, and there's still
Temptation, fighting
flashes. Yeah.
temptation every day.
Hmm.
But the hardest part was I was getting closer. So 2012, I started the fitness journey.
Hmm.
2014, I'm closer to the goal now. Now I'm getting closer to the stage. People knowing me little by little. So
Yeah.
I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready for a national qualification. So now you get qualified for national qualification. Then before you start competing in a big league to turn pro. You know what I'm saying? So now I did an amateur, turn from amateur, then from amateur, I'm in a big stage now where I'm doing an open show where you're not an amateur no more. So you competing with people all over the world. You never know you never know how somebody coming in. You don't know who coming into the show. You just got to be prepared. So that's an open show. Like it's open. That means somebody could want to get national qualified for 10 years, 15 years, and they're going to come in this show and win. You never know. So I'm preparing for this show, right, champ? It took me 18 weeks. 18 weeks of diet. I'm talking about no support. I'm working 2 jobs. I'm doing security. I'm working at the gym. I'm training. I'm waking up 3 in the morning, going to a gym all the way in Halton, New Jersey. That's
And,
45.
by the way, just for people listening, it costs to have that body. Like,
Oh, no,
to
it
just
costs
spend money on food. Like, I guess you spend like $100-$200 a day just to eat on
to
yourself.
eat. Yeah, because you got to
Yeah.
understand, you got to, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, if you want a quality body,
Hmm.
you're going to spend money. If you want a sloppy body, you go to McDonald's and get
Yeah.
5, 10 burgers with a soda. You know what I'm saying? What you put in, that's what you're going to get out.
Exactly. Yeah.
So if you're going to invest in asparagus, broccoli, kales, brown rice,
Hmm.
chicken, fish, you know what I'm saying, lean turkey, pastas and stuff like that, you're talking about 500, 600, 700 a month. So now to do that, I have to get an extra job, which is a security job, which put my career in danger. Now we put my character back in danger.
Mm.
So now I got to protect somebody's life that
Yeah.
getting drunk. I got to protect somebody's life or in a club from getting
Hmm.
shot at. So while doing that, a fight broke up in the club. When
Hmm.
the fight broke up in the club, everybody came out of the club. So a lot of other people ran to the car, grabbed a gun, they started shooting. When they started shooting, a bullet penetrated my legs. 3 weeks before my competition, a, a
No.
show, a show that I invested in, a show that I've been working hard for, a show that I've been training for. I got 3 weeks to get on stage for one of the biggest shows, a national qualification show. So this
Hmm.
show right here, if you turn first place, you national qualified. That means you could go to a national show and turn pro. That's 2014.
Wow.
So now I'm looking at myself and blood dripping down my legs, right? I'm like, nah, this is not me. I got to show you in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
The bullet penetrated my legs and dropped on the floor. You know what I'm saying? So it's a big hole that penetrated my legs, my left legs. So I'm looking and I'm like, oh, this is me. So I took my shirt off and tied the hole, tie the bullet hole to call the ambulance. So I went to the doctor, and the doctor looked at me, did the X-ray, and said, listen, the bullet penetrated your fibula bone, so it shadows. So all the bone is just shadows into your legs. You know what I mean? We need a surgery to put a plate into your legs for you to go back to the gym, even to squat, to do legs press, to do lunges. So we had to split your legs open and get a plate, and just so it could hold that bone that the bullet went through. So I told the doctor, I said, listen, I got 3 weeks to be on stage. I don't have 6 to 8 months. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no $90,000 for surgery, $30,000 for surgery. So the next day I left, you know what I mean? I said, you know what? The next day I left the hospital and I went to the gym. So I started working on my upper body. So I started training myself. It took time. You know, I had to understand it's a new process. It's a new beginning. But you know what I'm saying? So now, 3 weeks later, the show is today. So I got ready and I went to the show. And the judges looked at me and said, oh, we heard what happened to you. I said, I understand, but I'm here to do the show. So how you going to do the show? You just got shot 3 weeks ago. I said, because you got to understand, I don't have a plan B. This is not a plan B. I don't have, after I got shot, I'm going to sit there and go look for a disabilities check. You know what I'm saying? After I got shot, I'm going to ask my friends, yo, can you cash at me $20? You know, I ain't working. That's not me.
No.
You feel me? This have to work. I have to go on stage. This is what I told my fans I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it. And when people go all the way down my Instagram, like 2014, you will see the process of me. You know what I'm saying? On my Instagram, it's all the way at the bottom. You will see when I got shot. You will see when I was in the gym. You will see when I was on stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is facts. You know what I'm saying?
I think I'm gonna do that because I never went down that far in your Instagram.
Oh yeah, man. You go down that far, you see you see likes, like 2 likes, 3 likes, videos for 2 likes to 3 likes. You see videos that got like 5 likes. I'm like, oh snap, I got 5 people just watch me. You understand me? Got like 5 people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like 5 people, you know what I mean? But the idea is that, you know, I still did the show.
I think only, like, by the way, only when I met you last year, I think you were like at 150,000. Then I saw you within a year at 250,000 followers. And now I think you already passed 300,000. It's like within a year already, you grew like so much. And, you know, thinking about
bro. Yeah, when I met you, like, 150.
Yeah.
I think 158. It was 158 when I met. It was last year. Cause last year August we hit 200. Last year August we hit 200K.
Wow. Yeah.
Last year August, I remember I still have the videos on the page. It was August, we was on the beach. We had a little cake, you know what I mean? And I had a kick out of my boy head, you know what I mean? You know, yo, congratulations. I'm like, man, I don't eat that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We did that video. But,
so you know, like, in closing, is there, because this story is very inspiring, and I invite anyone that's listening to check his Instagram page at NDO _champ. Check it out, and you do motivational videos on there that I think resonate, even, you know, for someone like me that hasn't been in prison, but you know, I have been living, and a lot of people don't know that. I lived in really like shady ghetto neighborhoods when I grew up, and we didn't have that much money. And I was in the military. I only had, you know, like a basic salary. That's all I could afford. And surviving, man. And now, you know, we're at different levels, and then looking back and seeing what you do to connect with the youth, because they're most vulnerable. I think that's I have the utmost respect for that. And
thank you, bro.
so thank you for doing that, man, and thank you for sharing your story. And there's so much more to be, you know, like,
man, we still growing, man. We still grinding.
We're only getting started, you know.
When the game started, man, a lot of other people got to be touched, you know. And also we have the documentary. It's on Amazon Prime. It's called Grind, you know what I mean? It won like 9 different awards, you know. We had awards in Portugal. We had a war in Paris, in Spain, in South Africa, in North New Jersey, but with the mayor. We had they had a lot of awards all over for their documentary. So if you want to
That's
check it
incredible.
out, it's on my YouTube page, NDO Champ on
Hmm.
YouTube. It's also on Amazon Prime, and the Grind, and we had another movie coming out called Between Wars. You know what I mean, with Larry Wells, Strength Wars with Larry Wells, one of the strongest kid right now.
Nice. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's gonna be crazy. Like all the strongest guys from all over the world came to LA. We was in LA shooting for like 7 days. It was fun. So
Hmm.
that's gonna be out soon. And we have another movie coming out also called Between Wars. So, you know, oh come on, Muzzy.
I love it.
Yeah, so you know what I mean, tell everybody watch, you know what I mean, look out for that, you know what I mean? And just tell everybody thank you for listening, man. You know what I mean? I hope the story motivates you, inspire you to keep driving even when times feel tough, even when you feel like you're at the bottom, if you want to start over, don't feel discouraged. You know what I mean? Keep pushing yourself, man.
I thank you for saying that because I get a lot of messages from people that say, Jesse, I'm in such a dark place. I don't know how to get out. And hearing your story and talking about dark places, you've really seen that place, and people even dying or being sick and health issues, and put things in perspective is the game. And um from struggle there is tremendous growth, and you
Mm-hmm.
have to use that in your advantage. And that's why when I started studying psychology, my whole idea was that I would support people coming out of prison, out of jail. A lot of people
Yeah,
don't know that, because I felt so bad. They had no system in place to actually get them ready for society. People doing
yeah, man.
20,
And
30
it was
years. They
crazy
don't even know how to maneuver in like life, let alone a job. So what is going to happen is they're going to get back like you were,
yeah,
confronted with your friends again, your old friends. Like you're going to get back in there.
because they don't know, you know what I mean? That's all they know. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? That's all they know. You know what I mean? And the people deal with so much mental health when they come home. Then they be like, oh,
Yeah.
my cousin crazy, man. My cousin crazy, man. He just came home. Yes, real life, he is crazy. You don't know what the man go through in there. Bro, you know what I mean? Somebody tell you when to eat, when to sleep, when to cough. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? Turn
Yeah.
your lights off at 8 o'clock. You
Hmm.
lock in your cell. You got to be mentally strong. Like, you got to really fight through that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people come home, they don't know how to deal with it.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're in the shells. They try to commit crime to go back because they know how to live that life. They go there that. They know when the lights go out. They know when to eat. They know when to sleep. They when to look. You know what I'm saying? They don't worry about light bills, cable bills, responsibility. They're like, okay, I know how to live their life. I know how to move
Yeah.
around. I know how to make it in here. But in the
Hmm.
real world, so you come home, the first thing, oh, your kids need this, your
Yeah.
kids need that, the kids need that. Like, yo, I just got here. And they expect you where you left off to just jump back in and start where you left off. They put a lot of kids on the pressure, a lot of people on the pressure, like, yo, I gotta go get this money, man. My kids need me, my kids need this, my
Yeah.
kids need that. But you just coming home. You even give yourself time to even know how to use a phone. Even know how to use a phone, you like 3, 4, 5 years back. The world people survive without you while you was in there.
Hmm.
So why?
Okay, guys. We lost NDO Champ. I just got a message that there was something wrong. So I just want to thank you all for listening. And what an incredible guy. Great friend of mine. Make sure to check him out on Instagram, NDO_champ. We had a video last year that's also on my TikTok and on my Instagram. You can check it out. But just the message here is perspective, and knowing that whatever mistakes we made in the past is we can grow and go away from that and stay away from that, as hard as it is. um, Thank you so much again, and see you next week.